everyone, welcome to the Red Room. Today was milder. We received a couple of books. I was going to say a bunch, but it was literally a couple.
No, there's one more, but it's a repetition. Wretched Apocalypse, but in hardcover.
Mhm.
This is enough. Okay.
Put them up. You don't want to show just the...
If I put them up, I will.
Okay, then just remove
They
your
can disappear.
backgrounds.
Yeah, I will show them in PDF. Okay, so this Apocalypse took a while because I forgot about it basically.
Well, no, because it's the apocalypse. You cannot expect everything to come on time during the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's a good excuse. The Henchman is the most recent release. So, well, not the most recent release, but
The most recent release in paper.
yeah. So this is in that one came in time. The Apocalypse probably is in time yet because
We're still in time for apocalypse,
I think
yes.
so. So let's show this.
Let's take a look inside.
Yes. Okay. I didn't have this one open. And share the screen. Okay. So this is the second edition. The first edition was basically Joe Coombs's setting. Now it's a little more than that. It includes the first setting, but not just that.
It's an expanded.
Yes. So
well, the first was more or less like a toolkit, right? And not really a setting.
There was some locations there. It was a very small setting that included the description. This time it's like the others the other settings. There are new rule changes, original life path as usual, live events, races, in this case the mutant, and obviously the robots as well, but the robots are optional.
It depends on the type of apocalypse and the time of the apocalypse.
This one is also kind of it has a setting, but it is also or still a toolbox for apocalypses. So this is also a unusual thing. Occupation, not occupations. Archetypes per occupation. Okay. The usual things. Carousing and
I like this effect when you're going faster.
Yeah. Okay, so now we start the part that is the toolbox, settlement generator. This is similar to the city generators that came in other books, but applied to a post-apocalyptic setting. Bunch of tables as usual, the same kind of table. Also districts, which is the equivalent to neighborhood. And the settlement attribute, which is also something that we have used in the cities. And the faction, that one is basically the same. Gang generator, there's already a gang generator in New Flash, but this one is obviously different. This is adapted to post-apocalyptic stuff.
Managing resources.
Yeah, this is expanded from what comes in the book, the core book. No, the part that is expanded is mostly this the crafting part of it. That's more like inspired by role-playing games in computer version, like Fallout and stuff. So what you can use to create new objects, or not quite new, but
repair and yes.
Yeah, but you can also repair. Yeah, but this here was the role and what you need, the materials you have to use to create a new item. And some of them, most of them, they are basically made out of parts of other things that are already broken. So this is a list of stuff, equipment. Now this is the equipment, actual equipment already made. how difficult it is to find them and acquire them, whatever the way of acquiring them. Is it no matter if it's money or bottle caps or whatever. Fortunately, our acquisition style of doing stuff doesn't require. So you do an acquisition rule. It doesn't matter what you are exchanging for the product. It could be another product. Bartering is also included in this kind of rule. So it's probably much better already because it was already adapted for this kind of thing. This is a part of the equipment that includes old world gears. So this is equipment from New Flash.
It's going to be rare, of course.
Of
Very
course.
rare.
And in this case, you don't have to use all of this. These were taken from New Flash, assuming that you are using this as a apocalypse post New Flash.
Because you can use it for apocalypse in any time, right? Like in Epoch. So you're not going to have equipment from New Flash in that case.
Yeah, but I guess it could be, man. Yeah, Epoch could be also, but it's not really a common thing.
Yes, I know it's not. I'm just making. It was a thing that it can be, just not very used. Okay, the creatures.
Yeah, the usual
from the
creatures.
Beyond.
Well, not really the usual. Some of these are the mutants. So the mutants are not usual ones, and these are the human foes adapted, of course. Now, first, the first setting. The first setting is called the Wretched Apocalypse, which means this one is connected to the rest of the Wretched Verse.
At least a part of it.
Yeah, so this is the one that assumes that the apocalypse comes after New Flash in the 26th. Okay, so some information, stuff included okay, this is an explanation why you can maintain or keep the 1950s look if you want. Wretched New Flash already has that style, and if you want to play something like Fallout, there's an explanation for that. It was just a mere coincidence, but it can be used for that. So that's some background, a lot of background. Now you have the faction and some information about it. Also,
the Beyond.
The Beyond and its connection to the apocalypse. Not all the factions are here, I think. Yeah, they're never all, and that some of the factions are new, like the techno-theocratic Crusaders, which you might recognize from
yes.
It's similar to something, yes. But some of them are, well, I try to adapt some to be kind of to fit, but at the same time be not entirely original, but our
version.
Our version.
A spin-off. So places in the wastelands.
This is still the same thing. In this case, it's all generic. So
which makes sense because the apocalypse can take place you can place it in anywhere in the world. A wasteland is the wasteland.
So this is for the Wretched part, post New Flash, but there's no city mentioned here.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Place. These are all plot hooks and stuff. This one, obviously,
so lots of things. And now that's Combs' new apocalypse.
Yeah. So this one is he had already done this, but this was never adapted. This is originally it was called the former UK, so the former UK because it's an apocalypse situated in the UK.
So fuck.
T-fuck, the fuck, or something like that. So you have some information also about the background. How did the United Kingdom happen to experience the apocalypse? And then we have the usual stuff, places, some fiction, and counters, and plot hook, and all that. So, and now starts the part that is already known. The first the setting for the first one. I did some tweaking with this, but not that much.
So it's 3 settings
Yeah,
instead of one.
except this character here.
Why is the Greta there?
Because it's apocalypse.
Okay.
The tables weren't exactly these ones as well. I think there were some of these, but I added some more tables. I remember this one was already here, the random food table. And you probably remember as well because this
Looks nice.
looks better now.
Yeah.
So random encounters, random NPCs, how they are dressed, how they look like, loot, lots of tables for loot. I don't think this was there weren't as many tables for this. And a bunch of the map for the Wretched Wasteland.
It can be anywhere.
That can be when
I like that idea that it's kept very vague.
So Wretched Apocalypse is available now at Lulu.
How many pages?
Places.
200 and something?
A little more than that. 327. And also Enchantment the Blue, which is basically information about the 3 different periods in Hamilton. And I'm not going to show this one. Basically, several characters repeated.
Yeah, because the video would be too big, so we need to show it another time.
Yeah.
Do you also wanted to show, I don't remember if we did or not, Mirage Hills in paper? Well, not the insides, but the book itself. Because that one looks nice. Yes, the nice lady disappearing.
Well, we can show Mirage Hills as well, since we are. So you can.
I don't remember if we shown Mirage Hills or not. I think so, but I'm not sure.
No, we haven't.
No? Okay.
Maybe the book, but not the inside of it. Okay. So what is Mirage Hill? Mirage Hill is basically our version of Hollywood in the golden days, of the studio system. And this is supposed to be another setting, obviously, where you can play people related to Hollywood or criminals, or even police or investigators. It's supposed to be about the dark side of Mirage Hill, Hollywood, if you were to call it that. So
it's not to play decadent stars or corrupted stars.
And its connection, the connections between the world of big studios and actors and the criminal world. So there's an introduction, which is about the real world and Hollywood and some information about basically the historical background. As usual, the rules changes that have backgrounds and life paths and the archetypes, the new archetypes, which are kind of these ones are almost all related to the show business, but there are some gangsters here as well, and musicians.
And boxers.
Musicians are also part of the show business. Carousing is pretty important in this setting here. You'll spend lots of time carousing if you want to. So there's there's a new world view, which takes the same kind of approach. The past ones, in this case, it's glamour versus grit. Glamorous characters and gritty individuals. So again, the same thing. The glamour is for the artists, and the grit is you could probably the gangsters, but it also could be the cops or private investigators. And that's also Bohemia versus corruption. So 2 different styles and 2 different approaches. This is also something that didn't exist yet of fame and public image, which makes sense because it's all about that. in this
Mhm.
case. This is based on other uh, mechanics that were used in other games, in previous games, where there is a scale. I used it in Darkness and I think in Development. Not entirely sure. Well, anyway, so there's a scale, and certain action will make you go up or down the scale,
Mhm.
gaining fame, losing fame, and this is depends on the action and depends on the roles that you. There are also several types of fame because, like we said before, you can play different types of characters. So you can be famous in high society, in criminal families, and in entertainment business, and even in politics. And then a short list of equipment that takes
Vehicles, of course. Well,
vehicles and arms and
with
all
the
that.
style of the decades and
Yeah,
titties.
and small
I
TTs in
like
this
that
case.
picture.
Yeah, this one is quite nice. This is usually basically the same thing. There's more information about the Phantoms of Satellite because obviously there is.
This is their setting.
Yeah, it's their real place is in here. Um, and then we get into
And it's like
Mirage
Sand Cove
and
in
yeah,
Emmettville. It's created
exactly.
in, it's divided in neighborhoods.
Yeah, and it's also inspired by real places. In this case, Los Angeles. Well, vaguely inspired. Um, you will notice Sunset Strip and some places there are beaches as well, and there are studios, obviously. So in each of the neighborhoods or districts, there are locations, important places. You'll find a lot of jazz clubs, movie theaters, and restaurants, hotels, casinos, the kind of thing that you expect to find in this place. And also tables of events for each of the.
Mhm.
So they can be plot hooks, but they are small plot hooks. They are mostly useful for. Well, you are running a session and you want to add something. Just roll on this. It could become a true plot hook, but
They're a bit fillers, right, for
yeah,
downtime or to create
yeah.
random events.
So obviously this is as usual. Lots of neighborhoods here. No, no
Movie
purpose of showing everything.
studios.
Yeah. So these are based on the major five or the big five of the time. So I'm not going. I can remember Universal,
Mhm.
Metro, and 20th Century Fox, and
Uh,
RKO, and I'm missing something. Never mind. Okay, not that one. These ones are others. So
yeah, those are made up.
you have the Majestic Studios, you have the Starlight Studios, they have logos, Empire
Empire
Pictures,
Pictures.
Royal Eagle, Sunrise, and some a list of non-existent motion pictures with some references to directors and stars,
Non-existent, all, of course.
non-existent as well. Yes, this sheet here with this background are the equivalent to those candle sheets of the time. I would like to say the name of those newspaper women or reporters or whatever they were called, gossip reporters, but I can't remember. Well, anyway, it's not the real person. It's the fictional character that is based, inspired by that, by those. I think there were two.
Well, one is more famous, well, at least for me, because
Yes,
it appears in
yes,
as a character in a lot of
that one.
films.
Yeah, that there was more famous than the other, but
And
there
she
there
looked
were
like
two.
a very annoying bitch.
Yeah, probably what she was. Even in real life, she looked like
Hmm.
a nice person. That's why there's a chapter for media, so you can introduce that kind of people in. So in this case, when it's called Loretta Parker, I think the names are kind of similar, and the other is Ellen. Um, Also, some background about the mob, the several families that are acting in Mirage Hill. So you have the Baldassare family, Lucchese family. You have Sam Laurentzenthal, which is not a family. It is the owner of the Casino Empire. You have Thomas Gallo, who is a bootleg um, gang. Also, this can take place in different, slightly different times. It could be the prohibition days, and that in that case it's obviously mostly bootleggers, but it could also be a little bit later when the gangsters aren't in they are still doing the same kind of things, but after the prohibition, so it's not true. The other things are similar, but it's not anymore about smuggling drinks.
Who's
And now these are the actors and directors and musicians as well. So a list of characters and PCs that you can use, and they are all based upon real people. You probably know.
Some can be very easy. Well,
Yes,
all should be
some
easy. Depends of people
I guess
knowledge.
you can recognize this one just by the picture.
Sure, something.
Yeah. That's Chaplin.
Yeah, no.
And
Dean Martinelli.
Martinelli. This one is Aeroplane. Well, he's not. They are just similar. They are not exactly the same person. Including because if you want to, Hollywood might exist in this world as well. So I had to change it enough so it wouldn't be like they aren't exactly the same person. They are similar. They have a similar career. They started in the same time, but they didn't do the same move. So you can just mix them. So, for example, here Francis Valenti is not Frank Sinatra.
Of course not, it's Francis Valenti.
Yeah, and he kind of look like him, but not exactly. Okay, it's not. So we include musicians as well, and all that. There are many. So
then there are minor NPCs that are not
this is the
famous.
No, well, some of them
yeah, but
are
not
slightly famous, but not really big names. And also a few scenarios, small ones that include some background and characters mentioned. Some of these characters here are the ones before. Some of them are just small characters with no particular relevance. The lady with the book appears here as well.
And then we have the map.
And that's it. So this is how many pages? 167 pages of information about Mirage Hills.
And there will be more things for Mirage Hills.
Yes, I hope so. Not right now.
Not right now, but in the future, of course.
This one we should have mentioned before, but I think we have skipped a few books. That kind of video that you did a while ago. We haven't been doing them too often, and someone requested that I showed Mirage Hills, and so that's probably.
Yes, I thought we had shown it actually. I was almost confused, convinced, but
I probably showed this and
but not inside.
Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, I think this is enough for today. It's just a matter of showing the new additions to our print collection, and if something arrives in the next days, probably not. It will take some time, but I will have to check it out inside. Not forget that, because apparently there are more people interested in.
Yeah, well, it makes sense.
Yeah, know what you are buying before you buy it.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.